Hey Board Game Maniacs, Maniac Rob here to bring you another unboxing video. Now in the past, you've seen an unboxing video that we did for this right here, which is Zombicide Green Horde. It's the newest edition for the Zombicide series by Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games. If you haven't checked out the unboxing for this and not seen what's inside this lovely box, check it out in our channel. There's a link in our channel for the videos. You can just click on it and you can watch it. So this is a spoiler alert. So what I did is when Green Horde was coming out, Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games, they launched a Kickstarter campaign. And in that Kickstarter campaign, you got a bunch of lovely goodies, just like Cool Mini or Not always does. They always flood the campaigns with lots and lots of miniatures, which is great. I've done the Rise of Moloch and Zombicide Green Horde now. And I just got in the mail the Horde Box by Zombicide Green Horde. This is phase 2 of the Green Horde for the Kickstarter. I never opened this yet. I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. I gotta get it on camera. So we're gonna do an unboxing to see what loveliness is in the Zombicide Horde Box. Not the Green Horde, this is the core box, this is the expansion box. Now this one here is Kickstarter exclusive. So if you didn't jump into this, I don't know if this is going to be in the store so that you can buy them in the future. We also got, this here is a special guest, Sean A. Murray made this. This here is a little expansion box with 4 miniatures into it too as well, and we're going to rip this baby open at the same time. Not pretty much side by side, but you know what I mean, in this same video. Wah! Dropped it. So without further ado, have a seat and let's rip open this Zombicide Horde Box by Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games, because I want to see what's inside. This is the Horde Box by Zombicide by Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games. Now, as always, before we rip this baby open, apologize if there's a glare. It's from my lights that are onto the ceiling. I inset the lights just to cut down on the glare, but anything that has like a plastic wrap like this, it just is going to really, bam, pop out. But in any case, this is the Horde Box. And we are going to open up the Horde Box, but before we do, we have to, like usual, admire the awesome artwork that Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games have put on the box here. So you can see, you know, you got your barbarian. So all new characters here you can see too as well, and some new orc zombies. Really cool. This guy, he's got an orc head stuck up onto his sword. He's like, rah, I gotta chop you open. Let's look at the back. Now the back is very, very enticing to just rip it open even more, because as you can see, there's tons and tons of figures here. So what I'm thinking is inside this box are all of these extra characters, which would be incredible. I'm thinking that's what it is, but we will see when we rip it open. Now, just a little bit of information. It's got a nice little personal message to the backers that's on the back of this box. So that's what I'm saying. This is probably going to be exclusive to just the people who jumped in on the Kickstarter campaign. So I don't think this is going to be in the retail stores, but you never know. You never know, but I'm thinking that's what it is. But this little tiny insert, for the last 5 years, you, the backers, and the Cool Mini or Not team joined us to create and develop an entire universe, Zombicide. That's right. Zombicide is incredibly large. It has so many different expansions and core games, and I've played every one of them, and I love all of them. Anyhow, I'm with reading the text there. So, Zombicide is an exciting, fulfilling, thrilling, and unique experience that we are happy to share with you years after. We wish to give you all a great thank you. You're very welcome, Cool Mini or Not. Thank you for making such a great game, you and Guillotine Games. All right. And hope to keep on hunting zombies with you for a long time to come as the greatest survivor team the world will ever see, because we are the greatest survivor team. That's right. So in this box, it comes with 2 of these special miniatures, 2 of those special miniatures, and a whole bunch more. have some images. I don't want to spoil too much, but it does have like a green Horde tile that it comes with. So again, 64 highly detailed miniatures, 1 Horde tile, 1 rule booklet, 31 survivor ID cards, 66 zombie cards, 12 equipment cards, and 15 other cards. So that is what's in this Horde box. Whew. I'm excited. I'm dying to rip this open. So we are going to get this and rip it open. But before we do, let's look at this here one here. This here is the special guest, Shawnee Murray, the special guest artist. It's the Gateway Uprising. You get 3 survivors, 1 necromancer, 3 ID cards, and 6 spawn cards. Artwork on this is really cool. Like, that looks like some kind of tribal priest. And on the back it shows you the miniatures and also the Grand, I don't got my glasses on, Grand Inquisitor Innsmouth. So you get that too as well, and then the 3 miniatures. There's a picture of the artist, Shawnee Murray, and it got a background on them, which I'm not going to read. The expansion for Zombicide Black Plague and Zombicide Green Horde. So this is meant for both. But as everybody knows, you can take the Black Plague, all of the Black Plague expansions, and Black Plague and mix it in with Zombicide Green Horde and their expansions, which makes it so much more playable and so much more fun. So without further ado, we're going to rip these babies open. I will rip this open last. And what we'll do is we'll rip this puppy open first. Here goes. Brains, brains. Right. I make noises when I open my boxes. That's right. Because I just love the plastic. Oh, it's time to rip this box open. Lift it up and reveal the new board game smell. Let's get ready for it. Oh, come on. Oh, I think I need to sing a song or something doing this. Oh, never took a lesson in my life. Pretty cool, eh? Oh, I can't open it. Open. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh, excuse me, please. Oh. Oh. Smell box there. Rule set. You get your rule set. Let's see how many pages this rule booklet they say is. 11 pages. 11 pages. Very small, which is really cool. But we're going to take a peek into this before we look at anything else. So, the artwork just is on the same as on the box. Look at the dragon. Whoa, that's crazy, crazy, crazy. And it's the Federal Dragon spawning. Ooh, ha, ha, ha. Oh, yeah, look at this. Look at that weapon. That, like, setting up crossbow mounted ground thingy. I don't know what it's called, but I think that's what you can use to kill the dragon with. Ballista? Siege Engine Ballista. Maybe that's what that's called. Siege Engine Ballista. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, look, awesome artwork. You know, just like always, like the artwork is phenomenal. Zombie bunny. Oh my. Oh, that is incredible. Imagine that thing. Oh, that's a little cute bunny. He's gonna kill you. That's right, he will. Because look at his teeth and his eyes. Abominate bunny. Wow. Zombie giant. What? Zombie giant? This is absolutely crazy. And a giant survivor. Finarton? He's giant, but that's a giant too. But you got a big guy. That's right. So we're like, we got all these orcs. We're gonna kill you. Ah! But you don't have the giant survivor. Just like from the Avengers. We have the Hulk. Well, we have the giant survivor, Finarton. Yeah, that's right. So, more great artwork. Ah, zombie unicorn. That is awesome. Ooh, like a creature from the Black Lagoon or something there. I don't even know if I'm on camera for all of this. I can't see my screen. Hopefully it's working. There we go. Minotaur, and we got another Abomination. Horde Brother. Ooh, that's the Vault Warden. Swamp Lurker. Like, all of the monsters in this. Like, oh, Were Zombie? Oh, what? Were Zombie? Crazy. That guy looks pretty scary too as well. But that is the box. I mean, that is the book, the rule book. It's on 11 pages. Awesome artwork into it. Gives all the target priority, just like all other Zombicide games. I am so excited for this, to include this into one of the games that we're going to play on camera, of course. We also have, which is the Horde tile, it looks like. Because this is where the orcs, zombie orcs, would actually be stationed at while they're waiting to come on the board. And you can see they're a little hungry, so they had a couple of humans and one of their horses. It's just, like the entrails and everything. That's a really gross tile, but it's incredibly gross, which topped off with spices of awesomeness. This is all the minis, but we're not going to dig into the minis just yet. No. Because we're going to look at what we have here, which is the ID cards for the heroes. Now, one thing I want to say about all of the Cool Mini or Not games, whether it's Zombicide or any other game by Cool Mini or Not, like my brain's just thinking Zombicide right now, but all the Cool Mini or Not games that I've purchased in the past, or was sent to me, were incredibly packaged very neatly. So that's one thing that Cool Mini or Not does, is their packaging is phenomenal, to the point that you see people making all these you can buy these inserts for games and everything, which is really cool because it definitely keeps everything organized. But if you don't want to get the insert, or you're waiting for an insert, Cool Mini or Not has it all into like this really awesome bundle, so that nothing gets mixed up, and you can just keep it like this for as long as you want. It's incredible. So I just wanted to mention that too, about the packaging for it, because it's great. So first off, we're going to look at the extra character tiles. Like, look how many character cards are in this. Like, oh, this is incredible. We're going to rip this open and see what's involved inside of it. Which ones? And let's rip it open. See, very easy, because I'm just excited. Oh, wait, plastic! I almost forgot. Oh boy. All right, so I'm not gonna go over all of these in detail, because I don't want to do too much of a spoiler for everybody who's still waiting for their box. But you see you have a knight here, yellow armor. I hope I'm on camera there for it. Yeah, there we go. So there's that. He has like Ironhide, +1 action, 1 free magic action, +1 zone per move, 1 free combat action, point blank, and spellcaster. So that's pretty cool. If you're not sure what any of these are, it's all in the rule book. It explains all what the special abilities are. They're phenomenal for that. So, whoa, that guy looks really cool. So there's another one right there. Again, I'm not going over them all. Wolverine? What? Well, it's a badger, but he looks like Wolverine, like a medieval Wolverine. Schnicked. That's right. Really cool. Let's see. Billy. Man, all this stuff is just incredible. Again, I'm just showing you what you got. A boxer, a medieval boxer. That is freaking cool. As I was saying, I'm not going to Ragnar from Vikings. Oh my God, I think I found my character. I think I found my character. I don't even know what the stats are, but just from the picture, it's awesome because I love Vikings. Anyhow, I'm getting off track here. Again, I'm not going to show you everything here because I don't want to have too much spoilers of what the characters are, but just to let you know that you get a good amount of characters, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31 extra characters that you can play in Zombicide Green Horde, and you can use these also in Black Plague. This is absolutely crazy that all of these characters. So imagine the massive game that you can play with other characters. So you could have like 30 plus characters really if you customize the game that everybody can play. That game would take forever to play, but it would be so epic. Okay, there is a little bit of a spoiler alert here. I have to read over the giant, the survivor giant, just so that everybody, because this guy is huge. He's like, we got the Hulk. Well, we got Finarton, F-I-N-A-R-T-O-N. I'm probably saying that wrong, but anyhow. So, really cool. And this slot may only hold a great axe or a shield. So he's able to have an axe or a shield too. So giant throw, +1 action. He's got reach. Slippery for a giant, that's crazy. +1 to dice roll melee, barbarian, and barbarian is an incredible trait to have. And battle rage. So this here guy is going to be very much a bonus for the characters from the Green Horde or even Black Plague to use him into the group, because he's going to do a lot of damage, especially where he has barbarian and battle rage too as well. Let's talk about the Federal Dragon cards before we go on and look at all the other cards like the Zombie Spawn cards and everything. So this is an added featured in the Zombicide Green Horde. You can get other dragons and everything. Now, I'm assuming the Federal Dragon comes into the Green Horde box. Or not the Green Horde, the Horde box, I should say. But anyhow, just to show you, touch upon this briefly, is you get some cards to put in the zombie spawning deck for when you're going to spawn the dragon. So these spawning ones are just the Federal Dragon, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So you put these in. So there's special rules that come up or that you have to do if you draw one of these Federal Dragon zombie spawn cards. And I'm going to go over that shortly. All right, so again, you can see there's 5 of them. So the Federal Dragon can be really devastating, but not only to the heroes, but to zombies too as well, which is interesting. Now I'm just reading this out of the book. Now the Federal Dragon zombie cards spawn at danger level yellow. So it has to be in, all the heroes have to be in yellow, or at least one has to be in yellow before these can spawn. And when it spawns in the zone, you're going to put it in the center of that zone, and it automatically does what's called a Dragon Stomp. So the Dragon Stomp, what happens is all zombies standing in the Federal Dragon zone, well, where this dragon is spawned, are killed, no matter their type of and immunity. So pretty much any zombie that's in the zone with this Federal Dragon will be killed. He comes down, he flies down, he lands, bam! And kills the zombies right away, which is incredible. After the dragon has landed, the Federal Dragon or other dragon has landed in that zone, and the zombies that are in that zone are killed immediately, then you're going to go to these cards, which are called compass cards. And you get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 compass cards. So what these are for is whatever zone it is, you're going to take the dice and you're going to roll it. And you can see it has like north, south, east, and west, and you have some dice rolls. So if you roll a 1 or a 2, what happens is whoever's in that zone with the dragon stays there. And they will take 2 wounds. That's right. So if a hero is in that zone, and when you roll it to see where, because when the zombie dragon moves down and bam, it creates this kind of like pressure wave that pushes all heroes as well as siege engines away from where it landed and kills all the zombies, of course. So if you roll a 1 or 2, you're going to stay there. And you also roll for the siege engines too as well. So if a siege engine stays in the zone where the dragon lands, that siege engine is just destroyed. So you could lose a trebuchet, you could lose any siege engine just by rolling a 1 or 2. Now, if you roll a 5, you're going to be, the hero's going to be pushed 1 zone away to the south, or again, a 4, a 6, and a 3. Now these are all the same for the rolling. But again, there's enough of them so that you can keep drawing them every time the zombie dragon lands. But remember, if a hero rolls a 1 or 2 in that zone, they're going to stay there and they're going to suffer 2 wounds. So that can be very, very bad for the heroes. Another thing that happens when the federal dragon or the dragon lands in the zone. So it's going to kill the zombies. It's going to wound any survivors that roll a 1 or 2 that are left in the zone instead of the ones that are pushed back one zone. Also too as well, another thing that happens with this, oh boy, you're going to love this. So when it lands, and if it's in a building zone, that building is destroyed. It's turned to rubble, so it's going to block line of sight from then on for the game, because you take a rubble card and you put it down there to let all the heroes know that, you know, the building is destroyed and it can't be used for line of sight. Now this is a kicker. So if you're playing this game, one of the scenarios where you have to pick up objectives, and one of them objectives are in a building where the dragon has landed and destroyed that building, that objective can't be picked up because it's covered by all the rubble from the building. And if you need that objective to finish the scenario, guess what? You lost the scenario. That is so intense. It's going to make things really, really difficult. And a lot of people are going to be not happy that they lose the objective, but it's going to be so fun and entertaining. I can't wait for this, to incorporate this into the Green Horde. Just to show you, I kind of got it mixed up because I'm a little excited here, but these are the spawning cards for the zombies. But really, what these are the spawning cards for the federal dragon. So again, if you're in the yellow or above, you can see the dragon is covering all of the different levels. See if I can get that in focus there. There we go. So the dragon is covering all the levels from yellow to red. So from the yellow, which is very easy to get to and very quick, federal dragon can be spawned. So they're the spawning cards for the federal dragon. And these green back cards, which I thought were the spawning cards because I got a little mixed up, but these are the vulnerability cards for the federal dragon. So what the vulnerability cards do, I'm just going to flip this over so that you can see it here. Hopefully I'm on camera. It's kind of hard to see because I'm just not really looking at my screen for my camera. But anyhow, federal dragon vulnerability cards. When these are spawned, then you're going to randomly draw one of these cards. There's 3, 4, 5 cards. And it'll tell you what that dragon is vulnerable to. So what that dragon is vulnerable to, what that means. So let's just look at one of these. So the federal dragon is vulnerable to the ballista and range weapons. So ranged weapons. So any ranged weapons can hurt this dragon, and the ballista can hurt this dragon. Now, whenever you hit the dragon, it takes 2 wounds. That's it. But when it takes 2 wounds, what happens with this? Geez, I'm getting off camera here. There we go. So what happens with this? When the dragon takes wounds, it don't die. It just flies up in the air and it waits for another opportune moment to fly down and do the dragon stomp and fire breath. Yes, the dragon has fire breath too as well. I'll go over that in a minute, but it will come back down again. So you hit it, it flies up, and it waits until another card is drawn, the spawning card, and then it comes back down into that zone. So how do you kill this then? It takes 2 wounds, but the only way you can kill this dragon is by running out of the vulnerable cards. So as you play this game, and just say you went through all of these vulnerable cards, so it spawned 4 times. On the 5th spawn, when you hit it for the last time, because there's no more vulnerable cards, the dragon is finally defeated. So it's going to take 5 times to hit it. So pretty much the dragon has 10 hit points. And every time you hit it, it takes 2 away. It don't matter what you hit it with, it only takes 2 damage. Crazy. Now this dragon is immune to the dragon bile, so it will not burn it. And it's kind of like it hovers above the board, so you can't really do much damage to it, only for range and that. But there's other cards here that will let you do, okay, so like again, this is the melee weapon. You can run and you can hit it, or the ballista. And the ballista are combat spells. This is a vault weapon and magic weapons. Melee weapon and the ballista. And the range weapon and the ballista. Now, another thing I forgot to mention about this this Vault Dragon is every time you hit it, you're going to take 2 points, like I said. But you also get to take a Vault weapon every time you hit it, which is, it is a little bit of a bonus for when you hit it. It's going to make things a little easier for you so that you get a weapon, a Vault weapon every time you hit the dragon. And when you kill the dragon, it don't come back on. So if you draw another spawning card that has the dragon onto it, then you just ignore it, because that means that the dragon can't spawn anymore because it's dead. Dead, dead, dead. With other expansions for the Green Horde, you do get extra dragons. And you can play with multiple dragons onto the game. So if another dragon is, you're playing with more than one dragon and it's picked from the spawning card, that dragon comes down to as well, and any dragons that are on the board get an extra activation. That's right. So if you're playing with more than one dragon and it comes on and it lands, then the dragons that are already on the board get extra activation. So that can create a lot of havoc. Continuing on with the dragon, the Federal Dragon, and their special rules. So when the Federal Dragon lands, I already explained what happens. Now, if the dragon is not hit and it don't fly away, then what happens is that the dragon activates on the zombies activation, just like when you activate the zombies, and it has an attack step which is called Fire Breath. Now with the Fire Breath, the dragon fires at the zone with the most survivors within range 0 to 1. So luckily it only has a range of 0 to 1 with its Fire Breath, and that's only if there are any zones available. Now, there's no line of sight for this, so if you are blocked by a hedge or rubble or anything, it don't make a difference to the dragon, because the dragon is considered to be kind of hovering above the board, so it can just see over any line of sight or anything, so you can't hide by the line of sight because you'll be hit with the dragon fire or the Fire Breath. So that's really dangerous. And what's really good is any zombies in that zone, the 0 to 1 zone, they just die. They can't escape. But the heroes try to scramble away, and the way they scramble away is by using that compass card. Again, you're going to take it, you're going to put it on one of the edges of the board to determine what edge it is, and you're going to roll the die to see if they stay in the zone or they're able to run away. Now, on top of that, let me see here. I'm just reading through the book as we go along here. There's no immunities at all for the zombies, so they're not immune to the Fire Breath. They just get hit no matter what kind of zombie it is, and they get destroyed. So if there's an abomination, it gets hit and destroyed no matter what. But the thing is, even though the zombies have been killed, the heroes do not, I repeat, do not get any of the experience points from the dragon has killed them. Unfortunately, that's really bad. I don't want that. I want experience points, because we just keep doing the dragon and run away screaming with their lives, and hopefully we don't get burnt. In any case, so you roll the dice and the compass for the survivors, and the siege engine too as well in the target zone. It's pushed one zone away in the corresponding direction, and this is not counted as a move. A survivor or siege engine can't leave the board or cross a wall this way. Instead, it stays in the zone. So if there's a wall in the zone, and when you roll it and it's in that direction where the wall is, that survivor or siege engine can't be pushed that way because the wall pretty much is blocking them. So because of that, they are forced to stay in that zone. The survivor suffers 2 wounds automatically, and the siege engine just gets destroyed automatically. Ouch, this is hurting really bad. So also too as well, which is interesting, is if the target zone is a water zone, the dragon don't shoot his Fire Breath, because, you know, it's just wasting its breath because it's water. Everybody knows what happens when fire hits water. It just goes out and it's not going to create any damage. This is what it says in the book. I'm just reading this. This is true. So on top of that, so, you know, you're safe if you're in a water zone and a dragon spawn card gets pulled. I keep doing this because I'm reading the book and I'm not looking at the screen. My hands just shifting, going back and forth like that. So that is for the attack for the Fire Breath on the dragon. Let's talk a little bit more about the Federal Dragon activation. So you know what it does when it activates when you pull the spawning card for it. You also know what it does for the attack step with the Fire Breath. And it also has an extra step, which is the move step. And what this move step is when it is the zombie's turn and it activates, if there's no heroes in zones 0 to 1, then it don't do the fire breath. It moves on to the move step, which is the dragon stomp. That's right. So the move step even is dangerous too as well. So if the federal dragon did not attack during the attack step, it moves after all zombies. After all zombies. So that's a key thing that you have to remember. So you move all the zombies first on their zombie activation turn, and then you do the dragon. You don't do the dragon first. Use standard move step rules for defining the destination zone. So 0 to 1 zones away, and it has to be where the heroes are. Now, if there's multiple zones with heroes on them, good thing about this is that the heroes get to choose what zone to move the zombie dragon, or the federal dragon, excuse me. I just had to drink a cup of coffee, so I'm kind of a little like hiccupy and everything. Yes, I get hiccups from coffee. Anyhow, so continuing on with the move step of the dragon stomp for that. So it moves, and then you're going to do the same thing as what you did that was explained for when the dragon is spawned, which means it does the stomp when it's spawned, and it's going to do the stomp for the move. Now, if there's nothing in that it can damage into the zone that it moves, it just moves to that zone. Now, also too as well, if there are any heroes that are in vaults, the dragon can't do nothing to them, because the vault pretty much is protecting them. It's encasing them and protecting them, which is really good. So either for the fire breath, make sure you're in the water zone, or for the move, make sure you're in the vault, because that's the only way it sounds like you're going to be able to survive. Now, upon landing in its target zone, the federal dragon performs a dragon stomp. The target zone and its actors endure the same effect as the federal dragon spawning. These beasts are flying fast and they hit hard. No kidding. So that's it for the dragon, for the federal dragon, of what it does when it spawns, what it does for the fire breath, and what it does for the moving. So hopefully that will clarify a couple of things up for when you get this and you're going to play it. You also get some vault cards here, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vault cards. So everybody knows who played Black Plague and played the Green Horde that you're going to get vault cards. They're special cards that give you special abilities. So I just want to touch upon one here, which is totally insane, which I think is awesome. Insanely awesome. Maniac awesome. That's right, yeah. Anyhow, it's animal armor. That's right. So your familiars gain armor of 4+. So if you got any familiars, like animal companions, they're called familiars. In any case, if you get that, you can armor them up now, which is incredible. So your animal can just have a 4+ armor, which is awesome. And I'm not going over all of the other vault, what you get into them, but I just wanted to go over the animal one because I think that is phenomenal. Let's talk a little bit about the ballista now. This is the siege engine that you get into this this Horde box. Kind of moving and getting the shadow. I can't see it, I can't see it. Yeah, I'm too far away. There you go. So, with the siege engine ballista, survivors may start the game with the ballista whenever a dragon, any type, is used. If several dragons are played, survivors may begin with the same number of ballista. The corresponding miniatures is placed, the corresponding miniature with the ballista is placed in their player's starting area during setup. The ballista is a siege engine. It is not an actor. Deploying the ballista in the game unlocks the following siege actions and surviving steps. So this is to move. So if you want to move the ballista, it's going to cost 2 actions. That's right, 2 actions to move it. Wow. Oh, hit the camera. Another thing about the ballista, what's really good to mention here for the move action where it costs 2. Now, if your survivor has extra move stuff, you can't use the ballista with that survivor and move it that fast. It can only ever move 1 zone, and it takes 2 actions to move it. That is it. Now, another thing which is really interesting to add to this is if you move the ballista to a water hole zone, that ballista is destroyed. It cannot work in water zones. Ouch. So that is, you know, you don't want to move it to the water zone because it can get destroyed automatically. For firing the ballista, it costs 2 actions to shoot it. So it's kind of like the trebuchet. The survivor loads and fires a ballista. Firing a ballista is not a combat action and does not benefit from combat action related game effects, equipment, or skill. So again, you can't upgrade the ballista from what you have onto your character. Firing a ballista does not produce noise, which is really weird because it's a propelled arrow, so obviously it's not going to make that much noise at all. The ballista fires at every zone in the designated straight line starting from the ballista zones. No line of sight is required, which is really cool. So, you know, you have hedges, you have, you know, walls. It's not going to block it because it is still line of sight in a straight line from the ballista to the edge of the board, as long as it's a straight line. That's right. So where am I at here? Okay, and cannot go through. Oh, interesting. So, okay, I'm kind of reading ahead here or saying it before that. So, with the walls, now the walls don't deter the line of sight, but it can't shoot through walls. That's what it says here. So straight line to ballista zone, no line of sight is required, but the shot cannot go through walls or closed doors. Make a separate attack roll for each target zone. The ballista uses the following characteristics. So before you read the characteristics, just remember it can't shoot through closed doors and it can't shoot through walls. So it has to have, you know, line of sight more or less, but that kind of is confusing there. Let me read this again to everybody. I'm going to read this in the book instead of just summarizing it. So firing a ballista, action cost is 2. The survivor loads and fires the ballista. Firing a ballista is not a combat action and does not benefit from combat action related game effects, equipment, or skills. Firing a ballista does not produce noise. A ballista fires at every zone in the designated straight line starting from the ballista zone. No line of sight is required, but the shot cannot go through walls or closed doors. Make a separate attack roll for each target zone. The ballista uses the following characteristics. Okay, so that kind of something that makes more sense to me since I actually read it and listen to what I'm reading and not trying to sum it up. Interesting though, so it can't go through walls or closed doors, but every zone for the line of sight that it passes through, you're going to have to make rolls. So if it can see 4 zones before it hits a wall or hits a closed door, you're going to have to roll for damage for every one of them 4 zones that the zombies are in. So that is very cool for that. So the characteristics for the ballista is the range is a 1+, 3 dice, accuracy is a 4+, and the damage skills, damage special I should say. All targets hit by the ballista are killed, no matter their type and immunity. So you could shoot and kill an abomination if you wanted to. The accuracy is lowered to 3+ if the survivors have line of sight on a target zone. Targeting priority, order, and friendly fire rules apply. That is really cool for the ballista. So everything I read pretty much, it is summed up into this here card. I'm not going to read the card again, but you can see it has the skull down here for special. And you know, it's a +1 for the range, 3 dice, and it's a +4 for target. That's about it for that. So that is how you use the ballista in this Green Horde expansion. When I said these are vault cards and with the animal armor, they're not. These are actually just extra weapon cards that you mix in with the game. These, however, are your vault cards. I'm so mixed up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need another coffee. It's too early in the morning for me. So these are 7 vault cards that you get. So I'm not going to really spoil too much. So shield, gauntlet, grappling lance, mage gun, or mace gun I should say, not mage gun. Shield, gauntlet again, mace gun, spiked armor, which is really cool, and a sword gauntlet. So I'm not going to read the stats. You're going to have to get this and find out what the stats are. You also get a lot more spawns or spawning cards for zombies. So this incorporates like the the special zombies like the Fatty Buster, which has a little bit more special rules. And also like the Zombie Giant, like all of these extra character cards, or zombie cards I should say, they get special rules to them and they're all in the book. I'm not going to read them all because it'll just add more length to this video. This is just an unboxing video. But when we do mix this in and play some Green Horde battle reports on camera, then we'll go over everything as it comes up. But until then, I'm just to let you know there's a lot of zombie spawn cards you get with the special zombie spawns. I know at this point you're asking yourself, I want to start just saying, I want to see the minis. Get on with the minis. Get on with the minis, because that is my favorite part too as well. But before we open up this for the minis, just to show you, this is a reference sheet that Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games has included for this, which is really cool. So you can see the different zombie orcs. And then you have the special characters that you can play your hero cards, which is really cool. And if you flip it over, there's the dragon. Like, look at that. And that's the giant, the hero giant, I should say. And you have like the other zombie abominations and the unicorn zombie. And you also get the zombie giant, which is right here. That is awesome. So without further ado, let's look at all the lovely miniatures. Now, because this is an unboxing, I am not going to go over in big detail about all of the miniatures. I'm not going to show every one of them, just a couple of them. Because again, I don't want to spoil it for everybody who is waiting to see this or to get this into their Kickstarter for the Cool Mini or Not Green Horde. So I'm just going to show you a couple of quick ones. This one here is the hero giant. Like, details on this, as expected, are very awesome for Cool Mini or Not. Like, look at this puppy. He's not a puppy, he's a giant. He's a big giant. And he's mean. Like, look at the huge axe that he's going to come down on people with. Wah! Very, very cool. Here's the Federal Dragon. Look at this monster. Like, his wingspan. Whoa, this is crazy. Now, you're saying, like, this is going to take a lot of room up to store. But what's really cool, to Cool Mini or Not, you can glue them together if you want, or not, you can just take the wings off, just like this. Oh, hit the camera again. So that's the Federal Dragon. He's really good detail too, as well as wingspan. He's very impressive. I noticed that he was not in focus there, so I'm showing you again, without the wings though, like the detail onto this guy. Very, very Federal Dragoness. That's right, Federal Dragoness. It's a new word. I'm keeping it. Copyright. You see here the ballista, the siege engine ballista, really cool, and it is a scale for the zombie the heroes, I should say. Awesome. So one thing I noticed with the Green Horde and other Zombicide games, like all of them, all the good guys are a different color, and the bad guys are more of like just the grayish color. But once you paint them, you're going to be able to recognize them all. But you can recognize them all now, but that's what the quick reference sheet is over here. So if you're not sure of something, you just look at that and bam, you know which is which is really cool. One miniature that I definitely have to show you is the zombie unicorn. That's pretty cool. So you can see he's all, you know, decayed. You can see his bones and some of his muscle tissue. Like, where else can you say that you have a board game that has a zombie unicorn into it? Exactly. Nowhere else. This is incredible. You also see the second layer of miniatures that you get here. So, as always with Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games, they always pack them with lots and lots of miniatures, which is incredible, I think, because I love miniatures. We're going to show a couple of these guys up close, and that's going to be it for showing all the miniatures, because I don't want to spoil it too much. Now, I just showed the zombie unicorn. I had to show this guy, which is the Abomination Bunny. That's right, it's an Abomination Bunny. He's not big, but he can kill you. He has some special traits, which I'm not going to go over. But all I'm going to say about this Abomination Bunny, let's see if I can get a little closer, shadow, is beware of the grin. That's right, beware of the grin. Here's a shot of one of the hero miniatures. And as always, they're super detailed. Going to be awesome to paint or not paint. It's up to you guys. But it gives you a variety. Don't run out my mic, it's just me doing that. Anyhow, it gives you a variety of different characters that you can use into the Zombicide Green Horde mix with Black Plague and all the other medieval parts of the Zombicide fantasy world. That's right, I said it. So you can see there's a lot of miniatures that you get, like the hero miniatures, like it's crazy. And then the gray ones, these are more of the like the zombie, the Green Horde zombie stuff. So this here is like a Fatty Buster. That's another special one. You see here, this I think is a necromancer. He looks a lot like Dracula from Bram Stoker's Dracula movie. Incredible looking mini for sure. I'm not going to go up close because I'm not spoiling everything. This is your boxer hero. You can see right there. So many things. Oh, and this guy right here. He kind of looks like, you know, a medieval Wolverine almost. Really cool. I'm keeping it wide so I don't spoil it too much for everybody. Ooh, I'm bad. I'm really bad. And then you have your other, like, orc zombies too as well, which are the green. Right there. The next thing that I want to show you, which is included into Phase 2 for the Zombicide Green Horde for the Kickstarter, is you get the special guest Sean A. Murray Gateway Uprising. This is used for Zombicide Black Plague and Green Horde too as well, and you get 4 miniatures in this too as well. Let's just pop this out. I already ripped open the plastic. You missed me saying plastic, but no, it's all right. So let's take a look. You have the cards. I'm not going to really open these and go in great detail because I don't know how long this video has lasted so far, and it's only an unboxing video. I don't want it to be too long, but just to show you the cool miniatures that you get here. So these are 3 extra hero miniatures. You get the cards, and then you get, this is like a necromancer, another necromancer that you get for the zombies, for the bad guys. So that is, and you get the cards obviously. That is just a really quick showing you about the special, I'm not going in detail with this, but the special guest for Sean A. Murray. Great sculpture, I have to say, because I did look at it closely off camera. Box art is phenomenal too as well. So again, it tells you all the 3 heroes you get, and the Grand Inquisitor Innsmouth too as well. Very cool. There you have it, Board Game Maniacs. Everything except for this is the core, the Green Horde core box, just the square one sitting in the middle right there. But that's everything you get in this Phase 2 of the Green Horde. It is the Horde box and the special guest box too as well. It is packed full of awesome goodies for sure. I cannot wait to feel these in the game for the Green Horde and Black Plague mix. Because what I do is I take all of this and all of my Black Plague characters, all my special box characters too as well, and I mix them all together and all the expansions together to have an epic battle. Now, one thing that's going to be up on our channel in probably the next 2 weeks is I shot a battle report by using the Green Horde and all the expansions, what I have so far, except for the Horde box, because the Horde box I just got in today. But look forward to seeing this battle report for the Green Horde and the expansions, like with the Wolfsburg, I think it's called, mixing it, and then also some couple of special character boxes and Deadeye Walker expansion boxes for that game. So that's going to be up on our channel shortly, probably within a week or 2. You can see it. And as if you haven't really noticed, for everybody who's been following the Board Game Maniacs YouTube channel, I release my videos that we shoot every Saturday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when they come out, and it's 1 video per week. As it stands right now, I have over 70 videos into our library onto the Board Game Maniacs channel. So there's lots of content that I've shot previously, and there's a lot more content to come. That is for sure, because as you can tell, I love board games. I love small tabletop skirmish games like, you know, Tests of Honor by Bolt Action. I love by Warlord Games. I love that. A larger scale game, Bolt Action by Warlord Games. I love playing that too as well. So I'm going to continue shooting different board games, different tabletop games too as well, and I'm just going to keep adding more and more to the channel. There's even VR. So if you're interested in watching me play some virtual reality games, you can find that on the YouTube channel too as well. So we have unboxing, we have gameplay for tabletop games, we have gameplay for board games too as well. We have VR play too. So it just keeps adding more and more to this channel so I can provide you, the viewers and fans of Board Game Maniacs, as much content in a wide variety of different games. And also, I forgot, you can't forget the retroactive series that we started. With the retroactive series, we find games from the 80s and 90s and even the 70s and 60s too as well. And we play games and we post the videos onto our channel too as well. Right now for retroactive series, as if you didn't notice, go and find it, the retroactive series. We have a special game, it's a short one, from a 1960s Clue. That's right, somewhere in the 1960s. It's a board game for Clue. It's original. You got to check that out because it was a lot of fun. It's very short, but it was a lot of fun to play. It kind of brought back that nostalgia of all the old board games. And another one for the retroactive series, which is a continuing campaign that we're shooting, and we've been shooting and we're going to continue shooting, is the campaign for Hero Quest from the 1980s. That's right, Hero Quest. You have to check it out because it is a lot of fun. I think we just shot Quest 6. I didn't edit that yet because I'm still trying to build up more content and releasing it every Saturday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check that out. And if you like these videos, like the unboxing videos, the gameplay videos, all the videos that we have on our channel, please, please, please show us some love. Subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, share the videos if you like them. Make some comments below on what you think of the channel, what you think of the videos, any specific videos, any videos that you would like to see. We can certainly try to accommodate and put them on there for sure too as well. And also, one other thing I'd like to mention for the Board Game Maniac channel is we also do sponsorship videos. That's right. And what are sponsorship videos? Well, if you or a company have a board game or a tabletop game or miniatures or even terrain that you want to get the word out where you made them and you sell them, or you have a business making terrain or what have you, what you can do is you can contact us here at Board Game Maniacs, and the email address that you contact us at is boardgamemaniacs@gmail.com. And you can say, hey, I got this stuff, I would like to have this featured on your channel. It's a free service to a point. Nothing is 100% free, but this service that we offer, what we do is you send us your product and we will make videos or video for that product, and we'll showcase it, we'll play the games with other Board Game Maniacs or just myself, Maniac Rob, and we'll post them on our channel so everybody else, all the viewers, get to know all the other games, including your great games that you make. And I'll put them on the YouTube channel for sure. Now, the only cost that this is you send me your products that you want me to showcase, but we do keep them. That's right, we keep your product. And the reason why we keep the product that you send us is so that we can continue playing more games. Or if you send us terrain products, we keep using them in our battle reports so that we can show the viewers all the great stuff that you guys make out there. And we constantly keep using it. So that is the only one stipulation for the sponsorship program that we offer here at Board Game Maniacs. If you want any other information about that, please, again, just email us at boardgamemaniacs@gmail.com. It's all one word, all small letters, at gmail.com, Board Game Maniacs. So I hope you enjoyed this unboxing video and my long spiel at the end, which is right here. But I know what you're waiting for besides the end of the video. But the one thing I always say at the end of my videos, and I'm going to say it, that's right, I'm going to say it right now, and that is, talk to people. Talk to people in person, play board games, play tabletop games, play some VR games, play some video games like I said before. You know, the key thing is the communication with everybody, to talk to people, have fun. It's going to make life more enjoyable playing board games and just communicating and having fun with other people, interacting with other people in one way or another. Positive interaction. That's right, not negative, because negative is no good. In any case, hope you enjoyed this unboxing video for Zombicide Green Horde, the Horde Box, the Phase 2 for the Cool Maniac and Guillotine Games Kickstarter campaign. So until next time, be a maniac.